In order to swim across the English Channel, I had to gain as much weight as I could to help insulate me. So I managed to gain around 20 kg, 44 pounds in just 16 weeks. Then after I managed to swim across the channel, I managed to lose that amount of weight in that first 8 weeks, 2 months. Nothing crazy, no crazy fads, no gimmicks, no fasting, no thrashing myself for 8 hours a day, running up hills and all the rest of it. But two key rules, two kind of guiding principles that I kept to that really helped me lose that weight. This is just from my experience, stuff that I've tried. These two things really helped. Coming up. So after getting back from running the Marathon des Sables, 250k across the Sahara Desert, 6 marathons, 6 days, self-supported, carrying all your own weight, all your own food. Obviously at that point I wanted to be as light as possible. Then my next challenge was to swim across the English Channel. It's about 20 miles or 21 miles as the crow flies, but in reality with the tides it's about 70k. Took me about 15 hours. So knowing that I was going to be swimming for about 15 hours in water that's around 11 degrees on a bad day, 16 degrees on a good day. If you think of your local swimming pool, it's probably in the high 20s, low 30s. So I wanted to gain as much weight as I could as insulation to help me kind of put up with the cold. If you think about all animals, mammals that live in cold water, you got the whales, you got walruses, you got seals, all these creatures are really, really heavy. So I decided to put on as much weight as I could so that I could stay in the water as long as I could. I didn't want the cold to be a factor and kind of influence my swim. So in order to gain weight, I had to think about creating this calorie surplus, putting more calories into my body than I was burning. And I only had about 4 months to do this, so about 16 weeks to gain as much weight as I could. During that time, before I started training for both events, I'd had a standard Western diet of just eating anything. I'd done a paleo diet, like caveman keto type diet, where it's high fat, meat, whatever stuff was around in that time. And then I've done vegetarian diet and kind of vegan plant-based diet. And whichever diet I've chosen, and you see lots of these things on TV now and internet and whatever, do this diet, do that diet, lose weight, do this, whatever. Whichever diet I've chosen, I've always managed to gain weight or lose weight depending on what my goal was, just simply by monitoring the amount of calories that I was intaking. Now at the time I was swimming 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours every evening, and then around 6 hours continuous on the weekend. So that's, well, you do 4 hours daily and then 6 hours. I was burning a lot of calories, taking into account also what you burn, around 2,000 calories just at base level, and that's probably around another 4,000 calories just in activity. Then I was looking to gain around a kg or more than kg a week, just in order to put enough weight on that I could get across the channel without cold being a factor. So the only way I could get this in, and I was doing a plant-based diet at the time, was drinking lots and lots of coconut cream. So obviously I tried before then, I was eating Oreos, eating crisps, I was drinking lots of fruit juice, just kind of fruit juice concentrate because that's high sugar. To get more calories in, just started taking on coconut cream because it's high in saturated fat and I wanted to get those calories. So in the evenings I'd mix coconut cream, corn flour, honey, fruit juice, and peanut butter, because it's high fat also, into a shake, and I'd blend that and drink that before bed. And I'd kind of go to bed like, feeling a bit sick, knowing that I had all this food on my stomach, but knowing also that it was definitely going to help me gain weight because I've got all these excess calories that I was not going to be burning. Obviously I have a certain amount would be burnt just due to recovery, but I was definitely getting more calories in than I was burning, so I knew that that would help me gain weight. So even though I was burning around 6,000 calories a day swimming, I was able to still increase the amount of calories I was having just by taking in high amounts of coconut cream. I was having it after everything. I got sick of the taste of coconut. I couldn't look at a korma. I was having coconut cream after breakfast. I was drinking a tin of coconut cream. After lunch, I'd go have a good lunch, get full, eat as much as I could, then have coconut cream. My evening meal, I'd eat as much as I could, get full, blend the rest, drink it, and then before bed, obviously have that corn flour, coconut cream, fruit juice shake just to get the calories in. but it is doable. And that was just on, again, plant-based diet, and I managed to gain all that weight. So after the event, so after I'd swam across the channel, I got back, and then I was carrying a bit of weight at the time, and I wanted to try and get back to where I was. So I started around 68, 70 kg. When I got up to swim the channel, I was 88 kg, so I'd managed to put on about 20 kgs, around 44 pounds in body weight. And I managed to drop that weight again in about 8 weeks, which seems absolutely crazy. So it's a really good tip, and it's kind of one that throughout all the challenges I've done or whatever training I've done, I've kind of stuck by these two things diet-wise, and it helps me maintain my body weight now simply by drinking lots and lots of water. So I drink as soon as I wake up, have a pint, a litre or half a litre of water. After breakfast, half a litre of water. Before lunch, half a litre of water. So I was drinking water before and after every meal, and I was just drinking it really, really quickly, because obviously you get used to the taste. If you don't like water, you're more of a tea drinker or a coffee drinker, that's fine. You've got to kind of wean yourself onto it. We've all got sweet tooths, we all get cravings for food, but you just build yourself into a good habit. So yeah, so whenever I have a sip of water, I don't have a sip, I just drink as much as I can. So I was getting through about 4 to 6 litres a day, and that's whether I'm training or not. I'm just constantly getting lots and lots of water in. If I feel hungry, I'll drink water first and then see if that fills me up, and then if I'm still hungry, I'll eat some food. Whenever I eat, and again, guidelines, obviously I still eat pizzas every now and again, I still have chocolate every now and again, I still drink sodas, Coca-Cola, all that stuff that we know we shouldn't have. I still have that every once in a while, but kind of 95% of the time, whatever I'm eating, I like to try and have more vegetables on the plate than anything else. And then, like I say, I've already drank the water before the meal, and then I eat the vegetables first, and then if I'm hungry, if I'm still hungry, then whatever else is on the plate, I can continue eating that. I don't really count calories unless I'm really, really trying to gain, or count calories the other way, try and create a deficit if I'm really, really trying to lose weight. I just think it's a really good way of not having these like rigid rules of what you're going to do and what you can eat and can't eat. Like I say, most of the time I eat healthy, sometimes I don't, but I always know, kind of revert back to the mean. I know what I should be doing. Everything else will kind of take after itself. Exercise twice a day just to get your metabolism up. That's not 2 like marathons a day. It's not smash yourself on these killer workouts. I just do something that gets my heart rate up, breaks a little bit of sweat. Something might be cardio based, something might be weights, something might be fun, something might be jiu-jitsu, but just something that gets me active, and it boosts my metabolism, gets my body burning calories. It's a good habit to get into. But yeah, I've managed to 6 hours training a day, I'll still manage to gain weight. So if you're thinking you can run away from a bad diet or keep running all the donuts and chips and whatever else, you can't. You've got to do it with diet. And the easiest way I've found it is just to drink loads of water, have loads of leafy green vegetables, and you should be okay. Have a go at drinking before you eat, drinking after you eat. And then that way you're going to increase the amount of water you've got, which makes perfect sense really. Most of our bodies are water. And then when you do eat, make sure you're getting all those leafy green vegetables in there, stuff that can fill you up. Broccoli, kale, spinach, kind of really good bang for your buck on the nutrients and vitamin content. And like I say, they're full of water, full of nutrients, all that good stuff. So I like to get those in. Couple of tips for you there. Like I say, take it if you want. You might find it interesting. If not, just ignore it. But for me, I found that's really helpful. Loads of water, loads of leafy green vegetables, and always try and create a calorie deficit. And then, like I say, work out a couple of times a day just to keep that metabolism going and just make you feel good. Right. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.